right, kid. Close the door. This isn't the history class version. This is the version that stains your worldview a few shades darker. MK Ultra didn't just appear one morning because some CIA bureaucrat got bored. Its roots go straight back to German Wabier programs, the ones run by men in white coats who traded ethics for efficiency. After the war, we didn't put all those scientists on trial. Some got new passports, new salaries, and new offices in American labs. Operation Paperclip, the talent acquisition strategy from hell. You take researchers from Dachau, scrub their resumes, and plug them into your national security infrastructure. That's not a conspiracy theory, that's a receipt. So MK Ultra becomes the sequel, same methods, different flag, high-dose psychedelics slipped to patients, prisoners, even their own employees. Informed consent basically meant they blinked once, close enough. 80-plus universities, hospitals, and pharma labs feeding one big question: how does a mind fracture and how do you steer the pieces afterward? And the cost wasn't abstract. Frank Olson, biochemist, father company man, gets dosed without warning. He panics, starts asking questions, grows a conscience. 9 days later, he goes out a 13th floor window. When they dug him up decades later, the skull fracture suggested he met something hard before he met the sidewalk. Sometimes the truth doesn't hide, it winces. Behind the mission runs a four-step psychological hack. Isolation until reality buckles. A little kindness from the abuser to confuse the compass. Dependency then loyalty. You don't need change when you can rewrite the operating system. And it never stayed confined to underground labs. The Franklin scandal, the Finders, Epstein, different decades, same choreography, abuses, leverage, trauma as currency, blackmail as infrastructure. People say, how could this keep happening? Simple. When something works, the system rears it. Then the playbook scaled up. Why break individuals when you can tune entire populations? During COVID, you saw a civilian-grade version. Fear of imminent death, personal responsibility for harm, contradictory rules that fry the internal logic circuits, and finally the rescuer stepping in like a firefighter who also sells gasoline on weekends. Fear, guilt, exhaustion, dependency, a psychological tasting menu designed to soften the will. Once people internalize the script, the cage locks itself. Authority generates fear. Fear demands authority. A loop elegant enough to earn applause from any retired intelligence handler. But the architecture doesn't stop at psychology. It reaches into metaphysics, the part no one wants to touch without gloves. Science still can't explain why a kilogram of gray matter starts having preferences about music or sunsets. Materialism hit its limit, sputtered, and pretended nothing happened. New models say consciousness isn't a glitch, it's the source code, space-time. That's just the user interface. Hoffman calls it a headset. Evolution gives us icons, not truth. We navigate a VR overlay while mistaking it for the basement wiring. Sometimes someone slips behind the headset, like Chris Bledsoe, whose encounters drew interest from NASA and certain alphabet agencies. Call it mystical, call it neurological. Either way, it suggests consciousness networks outside the space-time sandbox, like a signal looking for a story. Physicists, meanwhile, quietly admit space-time isn't fundamental. Below the Planck scale, it disintegrates like wet tissue. Geometric structures like the amplitude-hedron hint that reality is information projected through a 3D costume, so we don't go insane looking at the raw feed, which brings us to the unveiling. The pattern is historical. It goes back to camps and war crimes research we imported instead of erasing. The playbook is psychological, perfected in basement scale to nations. The application is political control dressed as safety, and the paradigm is ontological reality shaped by whoever gets to edit the interface. Control the mind, you control the world model. Control the world model, you control the world. It's not evil genius stuff, it's just paperwork with better PR. So reclaiming perception, not rebellion maintenance. The question isn't what's real, it's what reality are we finally done leasing from other people's trauma factories? Uncle FrizzleBob out.
Cancel this comic.substack.com.